Alright guys, so tonight's video isn't as fun as maybe some of the other videos. I was driving the vehicle today and I didn't see anything, but I heard a loud bang and I feel like I may have ran something over with that wheel that maybe I didn't notice. But anyways, when I got to my destination, I ended up getting out and looking at that side, and I guess my best guess, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below, but my best guess is like a chunk of a tire. You know how you see like kind of the shrapnel from tires, like the retread and all that stuff laying when somebody has a blowout on the road. I think some sort of chunk of that flew out of an adjacent lane and just whacked to the side of my fender. It actually got the headlight and kind of scraped across the front passenger fender, and then it took off my antenna. I had one of those stubby antennas, and it actually broke that clean off. But in the process of breaking that, when it came and rotated down, the top of the antenna, I'm assuming, hit the fender and put a little dent in it too. So anyways, that's what we got to deal with. I got a buffer that I brought home today from work, and I'm gonna go ahead and buff it out, see how much will come out. I think most of it will come out, but the dents, I'll probably tackle that another day, see if I can get behind it and push it back up. Anyways, let me show you guys what happened. Okay, so here it is. Like I said, it's nothing too crazy, like it didn't dent any of the fender, but you can probably hopefully see the scratches that we've got along here and along here before it ended up hitting the antenna. Broke it clean off, and you can probably see this dent right here. See the reflection? So you can see that dent there. That's I think what happened is when the antenna bent down like this, whatever was coming across and cleaning it off, it hit like that before it flung, and I obviously lost the antenna, so I'm gonna have to get another one of those. I still have the full mass stock one, but the stubby one looked a lot cooler and a lot cleaner. So anyways guys, again, hopefully you can see the scratches. Like I said, they're not like, I don't want to be like too you know, I'm not trying to make a big deal at all this stuff because it's not the end of the world, but obviously no scratches would be better than some scratches. So anyways, I'm gonna try to buff it out. I got a medium cut pad on here along with some very light polish as well, some compound. So we'll put that on. I'm guessing most of it's gonna come out. It's just, there's a couple here that are a little bit deep. Most of this black stuff is gonna come off for sure, but there's a couple that are deep that you can catch your nail on here. So I'll do my best to get it out. And yeah, if you guys are interested, I've used this a bunch of times. It's kind of a light cut, and then you can go to a 105 if you want, which is a little bit heavier cut. So you can see extra heavy cut. Meguiar's makes some pretty decent stuff, and yeah, they kind of make it really simple, stupid for you guys on the front label, and it shows, you know, heavy cut, medium cut, whatever, light cut. So let's get some of that on that pad, spin it up, and let's get some of these scratches out. Well guys, thankfully that came out great. Yeah, I barely had to touch it or hit it with the polisher, and it looks like it all came out. So thankfully, the factory paint holds up pretty good, because yeah, I mean, like I said, not to be dramatic, but it did not look very good, and there was some kind of deeper scratches, but I ended up buffing everything out, and you can't see anything now, not even any remnants of anything. So I do at some point want to polish this whole vehicle. I haven't since I bought it, but I got a clay bar and get a nice coat of wax on it at some point, because even just hitting this fender, it looks 10 times better. So at some point I do want to clay bar this and hopefully polish the whole thing, get it kind of cleaned up, but at least our paint's good, and I'm gonna have to at some point fix this dent. I mean, it's not a huge dent, you guys can see the size of it, and luckily nothing hit my mirror, it looks like. So the mirror's good, that's just a bug splat there, but I don't know what the heck it was. It must have been a piece of tire or something, guys. You guys, your guess is as good as mine, but I mean, there's nothing down there, nothing there. It's not like any of my own tire came off, or, I mean, my fender liner's still intact. All of my own tires still intact. So I honestly, I'm willing to bet something came across, hit here, took off my antenna, and continued its way down the road along with my stubby antenna. So as for this door dent, it'd be pretty nice to get behind it and kind of just push that dent out. I don't know if I can, oh, I can't open my door right now, cool. Yeah, I think at some point, if I can get back in behind there and try to just raise that dent, maybe I'll take this 10mm bolt out in another video. But for now, I just kind of wanted to get that big, ugly mark out. But yeah, you can, if you guys have ever seen those paintless dent removal guys, they stick rods and different stuff in behind the panel, and they kind of just tweak it and end up getting it straight. So this one's not really a complex dent. I mean, it's barely there. It's barely even noticeable. I probably could honestly live with it, but I want it to look as fresh as possible. Most people probably wouldn't notice it, but I'm kind of picky. Anyways, we'll tackle that in another video, but looks like we're okay, and it looks like our threads too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the threads I think are okay on this. It kind of looks a little bit mushroomed, but there's threads pretty deep in there, so we'll be able to get another one on there. But that's pretty much it. If you guys are interested in what I use, like I said, you can find these pretty much anywhere online. This is like a Porter cable style rotary. It's not an actual Porter cable, it's whatever this is, custom shop with a K. So it's been working out pretty good for us. And it has all these we also got this kit where it comes with a bunch of different pads. So you can kind of see orange, medium cut, which is what I have on there. You know, blue, light cut, green, soft polish, black, final finish, red, heavy cut, which is that one. So they come with a bunch of different kind of grits of foam. And then you just grab yourself a little bit of polishing compound. And I don't know, I'm not gonna say I'm an expert or claim to be an expert at any of this stuff, but you just wanna make sure you keep moving, especially with a rotary. You can do a lot of good with one of these, but you can also do a lot of damage in a hurry. Another thing too is whenever you're polishing, I barely touched this, so I wasn't being too picky on how much I was hitting it, but you always wanna come off. So if it's spinning like this, you wanna be kind of pressing so that it's leaving the edge. You never wanna be like hitting the edge and it's spinning this way and leading on that edge. Otherwise it'll knock down that edge, because as it's spinning, if you push pressure here, it's going to push on this point, and that's where you can actually like create waves in your paint and do some pretty ugly things. So like I was saying, I just kind of quickly glazed this portion and, you know, didn't push on the body line, so I kind of just ran it here and then ran it here. And like I said, you can kind of make sure, like for example, if it's spinning this way, you'll run it along here so that it's trailing off of this edge. And same thing this way, if it's spinning this way, you'll run it on this side of the pad so that you're leaving this edge. But I'm sure there's lots of, you know, much more advanced polishing videos online that you guys can check out, but those are just some basics that I know about, so that you don't mess stuff up. But I've polished this car and it came out pretty good before. I haven't polished it probably in a year or so, but this thing is very shiny for original paint that's 18 years old or 18 plus years old. But anyways guys, I think we can consider that a job completed and satisfactory. Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Like I said, nothing too dramatic. It did end up rubbing out, which was a good thing, and I'm glad all the scratches came out. Another video, we might tackle that small little dent. I have some other tricks too I might show you guys. I'll test them out and see if it works. Have some fancier tools as well to get out dents, but we'll get into that in another video. But for now, it looks decent. We gotta get another one of those stubby antennas on there. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think hit that. I'm guessing it's some sort of chunk of tire. It's only got to be like, you know, somebody had a blowout and there was a chunk of the tire. That's my best guess, but at the same time, I never saw it fly or hit. I think it kind of just came out of an adjacent lane, like right next to me, and smoked the front and continued on its way. But let me know what your guesses are in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course, thanks so much for watching, and make sure you're subscribed too for all the latest content. Thanks again guys, see you in the next video.